Get ready for the Xtreme. Now, for the first time on DVD, it's the Most Extreme Elimination Challenge Season 1, featuring your favorite personalities and loaded with bonus features. Own this all-new 2-disc set, available on DVD October 3rd from Magnolia Home Entertainment.
Welcome. You're watching the Thrift Store Rundown, where we bring Hollywood home on a budget. As often as I can, I'd love to reclaim parts of my childhood in any capacity, as long as they're low price. If you were like me growing up in the early days of the new millennium, a lot of that childhood consisted of watching hilariously twisted reality competition programs, such as Fear Factor and Scare Tactics, etc. This is another piece of that twisted jigsaw puzzle. This is the first season of MXC, the Most Extreme Elimination Challenge, which I picked up for $1.99 from the Red, White, Blue Thrift Store on McLean Boulevard here in Patterson. It's a 2-disc set distributed by Magnolia Home Entertainment. It aired on Spike TV during the early 2000s, and man, I watched it all the time. I'm not kidding. This contains all 13 episodes from the first season on 2 discs, loaded with the most outrageous bonus material. MXC is the ultimate take on extreme sports competition. Each episode pits 2 teams competing in some of the funniest, most hazardous games ever conceived on television. Japanese television first and foremost. Equally compelling is the hilarious rapid-fire commentary by hosts Rick Romano and Kenny Blankenship. Sideline reporter Guy Ledouche, and by the way, that's exactly how you're supposed to pronounce his name, Guy Ledouche. Very front for a guy who's quite frank with his sideline commentary.
Ledouche, Guy Ledouche. Men want to be him. Women want to do him. Is it his physique, impeccable style, and rugged good looks? No, it's his dedication to work out in the field. For Ledouche is not afraid to tackle the tough issues.
Admit it, you are totally hooked on drugs, right?
Yeah. And ask the questions you want to know.
Who gets to give Guy a lap dance?
Guy Ledouche, one of MXC's finest. Check your local listings to watch Ledouche in MXC, only on Spike.
And of course, Field Marshal Captain Trio. Very clever pop culture reference. They had to be. Why? Because this is an Americanized, dubbed-over ADR, phoned-in version of Tokyo Broadcasting System's, yes, Tokyo TBS's, Takeshi's Castle. All of the footage for MXC comes from that show. American lines are dubbed in by Victor Wilson, who plays Rick Romano, Christopher Dogger, who plays Kenny Blankenship, John Cervenka, who has a dual role as both Captain Tennille and Guy Ledouche, and Mary Shear, who portrays every female contestant on MXC. All of these voice actors provide audio commentary on select episodes alongside executive producers Paul Abeda, Peter Kaiko, and Larry Strother, who comes from the sitcom business. Those three also put together the original sales presentation of MXC to Spike TV, aka the new TNN, the Nashville Network. That's included as a special feature alongside the original episode of Takeshi's Castle, that would be episode 93, and Kenny Blankenship's 25 most painful eliminations of the season. So altogether, this runs 262 minutes, and is closed captioned for the hearing impaired. Always a nice little bonus. You get brief summaries of each of the episodes where you open up the case, or lack thereof, where you open up the flap here, along with a listing of all the games played in these episodes. Plus, the teams going head-to-head. Episode 1, Meat Handlers versus Cartoon Voice Actors, aka the one with the network boss. Donors versus Addicts, Dairy Workers versus Automobile Workers, aka Cows versus Cows. Cops vs. Cons, The Couples Show, Inventors vs. Ex-Child Actors. By the way, Ex-Child Actors and Cartoon Voice Actors. For one reason, especially when you watch episode 1 and one of the games being wall buggers. That's inextricably linked due to the love of my life, who's still acting, by the way. We'll get to that in a moment. It's the sole reason that I'm giving this 5 out of 5 claps. College girls, outdoorsmen versus educators, circus versus airlines, physical fitness versus music industry, fashion versus religion, adult entertainment versus home improvement, aka porn versus construction. And as a whole, the innuendo is slapstick heavy in here. And finally, the gambling industry versus medical professionals. You have here 1 bonus feature on disc 1, and 2 bonus features on disc 2. Both discs, by the way, played rather beautifully, audibly and visually. No scratches, no defects, just the way I like it. Now we all know that ADR dubbed, phoned in, Americanized versus Japanese films, whether they be animated, anime, or live action, well, they leave a lot to be desired technically, but this is one exceptional exception that I beg you to find. If you take a look at the games here, you'll understand this, that this is also a precursor to ABC's Wipeout, which I love and sorely miss. I'm sorry, USA, but the one with Nicole Byer and John Cena does not do it for me. John Anderson, John Henson, and Jill Wagner will always be my OGs. Honorable mention, Vanessa Lachey. And as for the cartoon voice actors and child actors, well, when I watched MXC first and foremost in the 2000s, I knew that it was love at first sight because it looked so cool and sounded so funny. However, the moment that I knew that it would once again be love at first soundbite was this.
Nearly flawless.
You know, he could probably get a job with that flying Cirque du Soleil moon fry.
Indeed he can.
Outstanding! By the way, we now know where Seth MacFarlane got that joke for American Dad. It's as if God knows that I have an immense crush on Soleil Moon Fry, and knows that my crush can actually serve as an advantage for my bargain hunting skills. And for you, if you're a nostalgia geek who grew up in the 80s wishing to be Punky Brewster's bestie or longing to be Rocky Kane's boyfriend, which is about as attainable as an Oscar is to Chris Rock. Sorry dude, but your mouth gets you in trouble. However, I have a funny feeling that Will Smith will be in a lot of trouble without the Academy considering rescinding his Oscar, taking it away. In the meantime, while Chris watches his mouth and Will watches his back, I'm gonna go ahead and watch this and devour it with great relish. It is worthy of all 5 claps, and truthfully, not just because of the Cirque du Soleil Moon Fry bit, but as a whole, it's because it's another piece of my childhood that I wholeheartedly reclaim with great ecstasy. Remember, in life, don't get eliminated!
I want to be famous.
For watching TSR. Now, to see another awesome review like this one, click here. If you want to become a Hollywood bargain hunter, click here to subscribe. And I'll catch you on the Thrift side.